Hello everyone. In this video clip, I am going to show you how to solve this progression question. Okay, let's read. Diagram A shows a row of wire and diagram B is a cube. Okay, and the wire is divided into 25 portions with the length follow an arithmetic progression. So let's pause for a while and analyze the question. In this question, the progression involved is arithmetic progression, okay, AP. And remember, when we are dealing with arithmetic progression, there are two things that we must know. That is A, which is the first term, and D, which is the common difference. And the common difference can be obtained by taking any term minus the term before. Okay, so these two things we must have in order for us to solve all the questions involving the arithmetic progression, because we know the formula to find the nth term is given by a plus n minus 1d. And we can find the sum of the first n terms, which is n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1d. Or there is another formula, which is n over 2. Take the first term plus the last term. Okay, so these are the important formula in arithmetic progression. So with this, let's move on to see what are the information that we have. Now, given the sum of the length of the three smallest portion, now let the small portion to be our initial terms, okay? That means over here, the first three smallest portion. Now you can use S3 equals to 84, or you may use T1 plus T2 plus T3 equals to 84, up to you. All right, and then the second information that we have is the length of the longest term. Now we know that the wire is divided into 25 portions, which means our n is 25. And the length of the longest portion must be the last term, which is T25. So the last term is given as 304. So what are the information we have? Okay, Noah. So we need to find part A, the length of the roll of the wire. That means we need to take each portion and add all the portion together, which means we are looking for S25. Now you look at the formula to find the sum of the first n terms. N is given now. So A and D is the one that we need to have. That is the reason I said whenever we are dealing with arithmetic progression, A and D are the two things that we must have. So how do we find A and D? When we have two unknown, we must have two equation to solve. So over here we have one equation and the second equation. We've got two equations here. Therefore, two equations, we can find the value of the two variable, the two unknowns, sorry. So T1 plus T2 plus T3, we can replace with the formula of Tn. So T1 is A, T2 is A plus D, T3 is A plus 2D, which equals to 84. Now let's add the A's together and the D together. Over here, we have 3a plus 3d equals to 84. And both sides divided by 3, we will have a plus d equals to 84 divided by 3, we have 28. Let's call this equation 1. And the 25th term will be a plus 24d equals to 304. Let's label this as equation 2. And now we take equation 2 minus equation 1. So a minus the a here, we got no more a. And 24d minus the d, we have 23d equals to 304 minus 28, we have 276. And d, we take 276 divided by 23. So we got our d value 12. So once we found d, we can find a. So from equation 1, a plus 12 equals to 28. Therefore, a equals to 28 minus 12. We found a to be 16. So we already have a 16 and D to be 12. So with these two things, now we can use the formula without uh, without any difficulties, okay? And yet we haven't found the answer for part A. Part A, we need to find the sum of the first 25 terms. That will be 25 over 2. In this case, I'm going to use the first term and the last term formula because I have A, the first term, which is 16, and the last term, which is the 25th term, and it's given in the question itself. So let's put 304 in. All right, use the calculator and find the value. So the sum of the length of the roll of wire is 4,000 cm. So we found the answer for A. Next, the B. Okay, if the second longest portion of the wire, the second longest portion, that will be T, 24, the 24 terms, okay? It's used to bend the cube as shown in the diagram. So we need to find the value of X. Now all the sides is made up of the 24th terms wire. So let's see how many sides are there. Let's count, yeah? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12x. That means 24 terms is equivalent to 12x. We need to find the value of x. So 12x is 24 terms. That is A plus 23D. Our A is 16 plus 23 times D, which is 12. Put into the formula, okay? Use the calculator. We have 292 cm, the length of the 24th terms, and divided by 12, so we got x equals to, use the calculator, we got x 24 and 1 over 3 cm. That is the value of x. Now, if you use calculator, you may get 24.3333. Try to change it to a fraction so that and leave it. We do not need to round off the answer. Our answer 24 and 1 over 3 will be more accurate than the rounding off number. So with that, we have solved the questions. We have found the answer for this question. Should you have any other question, leave your question in the comment area. I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.